欢迎收看电影娱乐报。这次带来的新片是《绝处逢山》，改编自纽约的同名灾难小说，是讲述发生空难幸存的2个陌生人被困在白雪深山里面，只能彼此互相帮助，克服险境，却在患难之中是燃起了爱的火花。本片呢是找来国际名导哈尼·阿布·阿萨德亲自指导，同时呢更请来了金奖影后凯特·温斯雷及金球奖得主伊卓瑞斯·艾巴共同主演，而这也是凯特·温斯雷睽违铁达尼号20年之后，再度接演如此声势浩大的灾难爱情片。绝美的画面搭配主角深层的情感，是让人为之惊艳。幕后花絮就带大家到冰天雪地的拍摄现场一探究竟吧。
I have an emergency surgery to perform in Baltimore. I'll fly wherever I have to tonight to get there for tomorrow morning. Can you help me?
Sir, I think we may have the same problem. I have an idea.
So what's the rush?
I'm getting married tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations.
No, we're not.
We just snapped.
So what took you to Idaho?
A medical conference. Are you a journalist? Mm-hmm. Haven't explained the questions.
Anyone? Alex, can you look at me? You really hurt your leg. Your phone's smashed. My phone has no signal, and we're pretty high up on the mountain. If we stay here, we're safe. If we leave, search and rescue, they're less likely to find us.
Look, I don't want to die up here because you're too scared to take a risk.
Someone's looking for us.
The pilot didn't file a flight plan.
Nobody knows where we are. We're all we've got, me and you. We can go 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, and 3 hours without shelter. We might die together, and I don't even know you.
We're not gonna die. Not today.
Alex! Alex!
I loved this idea that these two characters would sustain an entire film from start to finish. I found that really interesting. I'd never read a script like that before. And I also really believed in what the story says in terms of you can change as a person in immeasurable ways, and it's perfectly possible to experience something in your life and never really be able to go back to the way your life once was before, or what you thought your life was and what you thought your life was going to become.
It's a professional man and a very sort of, unbelievable sort of experience that happens to him. It was just intriguing to have someone like this character who has no sort of survival instincts, if you like, and suddenly is thrown into quite an extreme scenario. And I really like the writing of him. I haven't done any romantic leads or anything like that, so it's quite a departure from the sort of stuff that I've done before. So that's why I sort of was interested in doing it.
Hello? This side. Yeah, okay. Okay. On the shoulder.
But at least, like, how do you say, like, it's good that you had him.
It's too high. God damn it.
Alex!
Ready and action.
have some Advil. Are you okay?
A couple of bruises, a few scratches, a couple of cracked ribs. I'm okay. I got lucky.
The pilot. He didn't file a flight plan.
No. No, but there was radio contact.
How long's it been?
36 hours. I've got plenty of water as long as we can melt the snow. Got 4 packets of almonds, a couple of candy bars, half-eaten sandwich, and some cookies.
What kind of cookies?
What?
Joke.
So they definitely clash over their strategic maneuvers throughout the story. But those are the things that bring them together. They have to obviously work together. They have to get through those differences. And then it does take them to the point where they can't be without one another. Her courage to go out and start trying to make that journey to safety and back to civilization is the thing that actually does drive the story forwards, because otherwise they would be staying put in that plane crash, which is what he wants to do.
That was wicked. Was it? Yeah. Really got better. Flare! Give me the... I need a flare! There's a... The flare.
The story and the extreme circumstances these two people find themselves in was like very appealing to me. It felt like something that I could really dramatically get my teeth into, because it does examine what would you do in a situation like that, and that's, you know, that's the $1 million question. You know, we can all watch movies and go, wow, but in real life, what would you do? And that's what we sort of aimed for. I've never seen anything like that. You know, those mountains are beautiful and the views go on forever, and you feel quite special. I felt very privileged to sort of be asked to make this movie and see these views that probably not many human beings will ever get to see in real life. So I was very privileged by doing that.
Can we just hold that mount?
Kim, I'm coming right through there.
Hey. 5 seconds for me, hand. Okay, Janine, start walking.
We want to make it back.
Go to sleep, then.
欢迎继续回到电影娱乐报。在上段的花絮当中呢，我们可以发现，凯特温斯雷可说是完全与当年的杰克大玩角色对调，只不过环境却比当时来得更加辛苦。他必须要在1万英尺，也就是3000多公尺的高山上，以及在摄氏-38度的低温当中，踩破冰层，掉入极冻的湖水里面。而这个画面呢，可是重复了3次才完成。而他的搭档伊佐瑞斯·艾巴也同样辛苦。在极端环境行动不便的情况下，必须要把全身装备超过110多公斤的凯特从寒气冰人的湖水当中给拉起来，而2个人的画面全部都是亲自上阵，敬业的精神也让现场工作人员都是大为感动。精彩的幕后特辑，一起来欣赏吧。
This is a movie about about survival. It's a movie about people being pushed to the edges of human tolerance. I don't think you could survive without falling in love.
We have done 8 days of work up here, 10,000 feet up.
This place is beautiful but also dangerous.
The story centers on two characters. They don't know each other at all. They charter a tiny little plane.
So what took you to Idaho?
A medical conference. Are you a journalist?
Mm-hmm.
That would explain the questions.
Water? Water?
Oh my God!
We survived, our plane crashed, but there's nowhere to go. And that's where the story kicks off.
Nobody knows where we are. All we have is me and you.
They have no other choice than to work together in order to survive.
Got the mark?
When I met Hanny, I just got really excited about the way he spoke about wanting to make this movie and knew it was a challenge that I wanted to take on.
We're filming in the dead of winter here, and that means we can experience cold temperatures, heavy snow, strong winds.
I have discovered running through deep snow is so horrible at altitude, it makes your chest burn.
We had days where literally minus 38.
Nothing can really prepare you for it. Boiling.
It's the end of the day, the sun is going, it's cooling down, and we're throwing Academy Award-winning actress Kate Winslet in this water in the middle of a snowy field.
But you know what? None of it matters. It doesn't matter what it is you're being asked to do, you just have to get on with it. Ice anyone? I had seen Hani Abu Assad's previous work and loved his storytelling. It's very, very simple and yet deals with extremely complex emotions that are very real and often quite difficult, I think, to portray on film because they're often bound up in conflict and tragedy, and yet somehow he is able to convey those things on film in a really gentle way that is captivating and also humorous sometimes as well. It's perfectly possible to find moments of great random humor in extreme situations or moments of great tragedy and sadness, and I really admired the way that he handles that in his filmmaking, and so I was excited to collaborate with him.
Hani's a great director, he's a visionary, he knows the film he wants to make. He's very, you know, if he likes a good take, he cries, you know, like he's very close to the emotion of stuff. And he's always searching for the truth. He runs a tight ship, he likes to move quickly. This is quite a complex film to make. Hani really wanted, you know, actors that could sort of really dig deep into their emotions and, you know, pull out a performance that felt very relatable to people that hold back their emotions. My character definitely is repressed in that sense, holds back his emotions, and Hani and I wanted to sort of peel the onion back with this character, and you know, what is it for a man, you know, to be completely, you know, at the hands of the elements, and still be a man, still be human.
It have to be there when he hear the pound.
Yeah.
So we find another like background interesting. Maybe here, we never shot here.
Yeah.
The only thing is that
we're flying today.
you can tilt up and lose him at the last. No,
we'll see. Like maybe take two.
I give a ready and rabbit.
So he could start back, honey, and come into that.
Okay, you go. But you don't want me to do that? That's no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good enough to travel Idris?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, street ready, bring him in.
I'd never done anything even really close to this in terms of altitude. Running at altitude is absolute agony. Agony makes your chest burn. It is so horrible, and that was the one thing about this film that I really handled badly. I'd be like, okay, can't breathe. And I'm fit. I'm like strong, fit person, but that was one thing that I wasn't prepared for at all.
2, 1, under. And action. Man, it's got to be coordinated that we're not blocking one camera with the other. So either. Steve, you okay? All right, yeah, that looked cool. That was perfect, Paul. Okay, everyone. Stand by, please. Sounds good.
Ice, anyone?
You're that way. Okay?
Am I going to say, where's the dog? Where's the dog? Does it matter who says it?
If I'm honest, you know, it's quite a taxing type of job because, you know, when you play in someone that's going through sort of love and emotion, you know, as an actor, you have to really sort of put yourself there as closely as you can to whatever the character's going through. And, you know, my character has gone through a lot. You know, his personal life is in turmoil when we meet him, and becomes ever more complicated on this mountain.
Go! Get in there!
The road we're hearing from
I own the camera.
And what we wanted was to tell an honest story, and to try everything as many ways as we possibly could so that he would have freedom of choice when he got into the editing room. And sometimes we would go to work and we would get one take of everything. In fact, there was one day on the mountain where every single thing we shot, we did in one take. So we did one scene, one take, moving on to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, one take, because it was just so darn cold, you had to get through it. I mean, even taking off your gloves for 2 seconds was excruciating.
There has to be a way down.
No, we just got to go back and find another way.
I think if we follow this path...
We're not doing that. We follow that path and we die. The last time you thought you knew something, we ended up
last time I thought. Last time I thought I was trusting my instincts, Alex, you know? I was trusting my gut,
calm down,
my
just
heart.
Calm down, all right? Let's just think about this logically. There's no actual way.
I'm scared. Okay? I'm scared. Admit that you're scared too. Ben, do you actually know what it means to be reckless? It means to abandon safety.
I know exactly what it means, Alex. But right
now, we don't have a choice, okay? Nobody knows where we are. Nobody knows where we are. You know, all we have is me and you. Do you actually think we're gonna make it?
No. My instinct tells me that we're going to die up here. But we do have a choice. And we're still alive.
Kate's an incredible actor, has always been an incredible actor, and you know, when I was really thrilled that she came on to do this film, but she brought just a level of sort of, you know, a deepness to Alex. She brought a real honesty about some of the emotions that Alex goes through. She's very, very analytical about the words and the script, and we spent lots of time sort of breaking it down to the finest detail, just to make it ring true. Because as I was saying earlier, you know, when you've got two actors playing two real human beings, or two characters that go through something that is real, survival, love, then you know, it's really important that you really find the truth for that, because the audience can see through it. And Kate was very, very vigilant about that and honest. You know, gave away stuff about herself in order to play this role. We both did. We had to.
Well, we were lucky because we really got on. We really got on very well, and you just have to. You know, you just absolutely have to. Just the two of us for that whole shoot. You know, no other actors. Can you imagine? You know, we'd have a few scenes with other actors at the end, and we'd be like, "Oh my God, another person!" You know, we'd be like, "Oh, thank God, someone new." But we were lucky in that sense. And, you know, working together with Idris, it was completely brilliant because we have a totally different energy and actually different ways of working as well. Whereas I'm quite a lot about dialogue and making sure that we've got the lines down and that we know what we're doing. Idris would be very much like, don't worry about that stuff. It's all about the energy. It's all about the atmosphere. And so we'd have to kind of adapt to each other's way of working because both way of working was completely relevant and we needed both of those qualities to be able to get through. So actually we did, I think, learn a lot from each other, which was really, really nice. Yeah, it was great. And, you know, you need to have a good partner when you're doing something like that. So, yeah, we were lucky.
I want you to take a picture of me.
Why?
I want you to take a picture of me. I'm gonna die. I want this to be my very last picture.
I was halfway through an assignment. There was this one girl, she told me all about this boy she liked, and, you know, and I gave her my lipstick. Then there was an explosion, and she was badly injured. I took her picture. And she died. I can't take your picture. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna die. Not today.
This is definitely an emotional film, and, you know, I want them to be touched. I want them to feel stuff that we did. I want them to go through the journey. I want them to feel the danger and peril of our characters.
Not the village.
So you cheat that, yeah.
You cheat there. So the fish.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That ties into the scene with people there where it's yes. They just go and watch them. Squeeze it out.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
And she's almost speaking as she says, "Oh my God, this fucking halftime."
2, 1, go!
Feel that way. Okay?
Am I going to say, where's the dog? Where's the dog? Does it matter who says it?
以上就是新片《绝处逢山》推荐给大家喽，也希望今天的介绍你们会喜欢。我是巧玲，我们下次再见喽，拜拜。